Jacob, who was Abraham's grandson, took 11 of his sons and all their children and servants down to Egypt to live. God had changed Jacob's name to Israel, which means he struggles with God. Jacob and his family settled in Egypt, in the land of Goshen, granted to him by the Pharaoh at the time, Senusret III. But political conditions changed, and new pharaohs came to the throne. The land of Goshen, also called the land of Ramesses, had now become a land of slavery for the people of Israel. As God had promised Abraham, his descendants would be enslaved and mistreated for 400 years.
You lazy Hebrew dog!
Have mercy! I can't carry any more weight!
Fearing the growing population of slaves, Pharaoh gave a most bloody order. He told the Hebrew midwives to kill the Hebrew baby boys. But because they feared God, they did not obey Pharaoh's command, so he gave a new order.
I command that all baby boys be thrown into the Nile as soon as they are born.
No, not my baby boy! He is innocent!
A Levite woman gave birth to a son, but hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she put him in a papyrus basket coated with tar and pitch, and placed it in among the reeds of the riverbank.
Watch and see what will happen.
And in God's perfect timing,
Go, retrieve that basket for me so I can see what's inside. It must be one of the Hebrew baby boys. He's surely hungry. Your father will want him killed. I would keep him if I could find someone to nurse him.
There is a Hebrew girl. Maybe she knows one who could tend him. I know of a Hebrew woman whose baby was put into the river. She still has plenty of milk.
Yes, please bring her.
So Miriam, the sister of Moses, brought their mother to Pharaoh's daughter.
I'm sorry you lost your baby. Please nurse this child, and I will pay you. After he is weaned, he will be raised in the palace to be Pharaoh.
As Moses grew, his mother taught him about the true God of his fathers.
Thank you for nursing Moses. He will grow up to be rich and powerful.
Though he was raised in all the ways of the Egyptians, God had a special purpose for this young boy. As the adopted son of Pharaoh's daughter, Moses grew to become a great man in Egypt. Moses was destined to be great, but he never forgot his heritage.
I am telling you, Moses, the God of our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob told Abraham that his seed would multiply and that they would become strangers in a land that was not theirs. Well, here we are.
He also told Abraham that we would be afflicted in that strange land for 400 years.
And that he would judge that nation for the evil they would do us, and that we would leave with great wealth and go back to the land that God gave to our fathers.
Pharaoh would never let all the slaves leave, and certainly wouldn't allow them to leave with wealth.
The Hebrew children suffered under the rule of their masters. They had to work in pits making bricks. Moses could not stand to see them suffer, so he decided to do something about it.
Get up, you filthy swine!
Get up before he beats you to death!
Eber, get up!
One day, Moses saw one of the Egyptians beating one of his own Hebrew people.
The time of deliverance has come. This must stop.
No more!
Moses killed the Egyptian and buried the body, but someone saw him and reported it to Pharaoh.
Stop! You must stand trial for murder!
Oh no! It is Moses!
What have I done?
Moses left Egypt and fled into the wilderness. He was alone, without family or friends. He did not deliver his people. He couldn't even deliver himself. Moses walked for many days. When he could go no farther, he came upon a camp of shepherds.
Look! A man! He is an Egyptian. He looks nearly dead. Bring water.
Moses found a new life among the Midianites. He learned the ways of the wilderness, married, and became a shepherd. 40 years passed, and Egypt became a distant memory. Moses had given up hope of ever seeing his people again. But one day, he was tending sheep on Mount Horeb, the mountain of God.
That indeed is strange. How did that bush catch fire and not burn up.
Moses, take your shoes off. You are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I have seen the suffering of my people and heard their cry. It is time to deliver them and bring them to the land I promised to their fathers. I will send you to Pharaoh to bring my people out. He will refuse, but I will show my power in Egypt. After that, he will let them go.
But they will not believe you have sent me. They will just laugh.
Throw your staff on the ground.
It has become a deadly serpent.
Pick up the serpent by the tail.
It has turned back into my rod.
Go to Egypt. I will teach you what to say and tell you what to do. Your brother Aaron will be your assistant.
I must return to my people in Egypt to see if any are still alive.
You are going back to Egypt? But what about all those who seek to kill you?
It has been 40 years. All who know anything of my past are dead. No one will recognize me.
At a lodging place along the way, the Lord met Moses and was about to kill him. But Zipporah saw this and took a flint knife, cut off her son's foreskin with it, and touched the feet of Moses.
Surely, you are a bridegroom of blood to me.
She understood that her husband's life was in danger because he had not obeyed the Abrahamic covenant of circumcision that God had given his people.
Moses was born during the great slaughter, when Pharaoh killed the male babies. But his mother hid him. By the providence of God, Pharaoh's daughter raised him as her own.
Come near, all you elders of Israel. Moses will show you the signs that he will use to convince Pharaoh to let us go.
Who are they?
That is Aaron the Levite. The other one looks like us, but he is no slave.
The God of Abraham spoke to me from a burning bush and sent me to lead you back to the land of our fathers. Here is a sign.
His rod turned into a serpent!
Don't be afraid. Behold,
God has sent a deliverer!
Yes, that will show Pharaoh.
It's a miracle!
God of Abraham.
Now we go to Pharaoh!